guys, Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for World's Finest, Huntress and Power Girl issue 7. And before I start this review, just want to give you guys a little update that two of my reviews that I usually do on Comic Uno are on Dark Avenger Inc. this week, and that is Earth 2 issue 7 and Smallville season 11 issue 8. So, and also Smallville season 11 issue 8 is actually my pick of the week, so that will be featured on my channel, so you can go check that out. And there'll be a link to Dark Avenger Inc. that way you could go check out Earth 2 also. So go check out those reviews, and let's start the review for World's Finest issue 7. So let's talk about the cover. Not a big fan of the art. Didn't really, I mean, the only thing that got me excited, and really the only reason I picked up this issue, because I wanted to see the kind of the Damian and Huntress team up. But the art wasn't good. Look at Huntress's face. No. Yeah, and even Damian, he kind of, I don't know, I describe this as kind of like puffy, kind of baby-skinned art. It's very, I don't know, it's very weird. Just haven't been enjoying the art that much. But the cover, I guess, got me a little excited. I'm like, oh, Huntress and Damian. Whoa. You know, that's all, really, I wanted to see how the two Robins would react to each other. And I guess that's why I was still picking up this issue. But let's see what happened in the story, see if I like that. So in this issue, we got to see Damian and Huntress have to find out who stole some of Wayne's information. You know, the Wayne tech, whatever they're trying to do. You know, Bruce Wayne's information about some technology thing, which they didn't really describe. And I think maybe they're stealing money or something, but now they're trying to investigate it as family. And then Power Girl's like, oh, well, I'll go to, let me see, I'll go to Congo and I'll find out what's going on over there, because that's where they got the satellite information, I guess. And people start attacking her. And we also, again, we got Huntress and Robin. They team up. They fight wolves in this issue. They get some of the information from the satellite that was over there. And they're like, oh, don't tell Bruce about this. He's like, I won't. Brother and sister. Oh yeah, we're brother and sister. They kind of shake on it, saying, oh yeah, you know, we have a good sibling relationship now, I guess. And because they had a cool adventure. So, yeah. I didn't hate this issue as much as I've been hating this series, and that's why I'm going to say I'm going to be dropping this series after this issue, because I was only continuing this this series for this Huntress and Robin story, and I'm like, if I don't like it from now, you know, if I don't like it after this issue, I'm going to drop it, just because this has a lot of potential, this series, but they ruin it by talking about, let's go back to Earth 2, or let's just talk about how rich we are, let's just do some stupid adventure that really doesn't mean anything. And that's what happens in this issue. I think they could have really taken advantage of the whole Robin and Huntress story, and they just didn't. It just felt really flat, and I just didn't enjoy it. I think the last issue when they met up, I was like, oh yeah, Damian would do that. But now, what are we going to do to develop that? In this issue, it's like Damian accepts Huntress, and Damian would never do that. I think Damian would have been very cold to Huntress at first, unless something happened between them. And we didn't have a scene where it's like, oh, alright, well, you are my sister. We didn't have that kind of heartfelt scene in this series that I expected for Damian to actually like Huntress. But I think that's another reason why it fell flat, because just like the character wouldn't do that. It just really annoys me that this series has so much potential, because it is Power Girl and Huntress, and people love those characters. I mean, of course, there's probably people that don't love those characters, but there is a lot of fans that love these characters. For me, I've liked Power Girl in the past, and I liked Huntress in the past. They're not my favorite characters, but I've seen them shine in different stuff, and that's why I wanted to like this. I've been enjoying Earth 2, and I thought it was very interesting that they came from a different Earth going into this DC New 52 Earth. And I think they could have done a lot more with this than they have been doing. And the art, it's not good. I mean, that's all I can say. It's just not good. The art is very puffy. The hair looks weird. That's another, look at Damian's hair. The cover shows it all, I think. And there's a couple of scenes that, I mean, hopefully I can find them. There's a couple of scenes that just don't look that good. And hopefully I can find them. Even this should be like amazing art. And it's just, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it should have been better than it was. And there's a lot of references also. They were talking about Coney 2012. I'm like, you didn't really have to mention that. This has nothing to do with Coney 2012. And they kept mentioning about those things. I had no idea what they had to do with the satellite thing, and they kind of didn't finish that. She just kind of left Power Girl. I was like, alright, well, I'm gone. Bye, guys. like, these kids are shooting at her, and she's like, oh, well, I guess I don't have to go to the satellite. Let me fly away. She didn't really finish what she was doing, and it seems like the story arc is done after this. This is the last issue of this story arc, because the next issue is supposed to be, it's called, oh, here's an example of the wolf being bad art. Yeah, not a big fan of that. Yeah, the next story arc is called World's Most Dangerous Game, and I do not think that has to do, another bad example. I don't think that has to do with Robin, because it did feel like a closure in this end of this issue, so I don't think I think it's the end. So, yeah, I was very disappointed with this, because I was expecting more. I mean, was it horrible? No. I just think because I have higher expectations for this series, and it just hasn't been giving it to me. I don't think it's a horrible series. I just think it's a disappointing series, and I don't think it's worth the money, and I don't think it's, I gave this series 7 issues. I gave it. I picked up every issue. It just hasn't surprised me, hasn't given me anything from it. So I'm going to drop this series. It wasn't that good of an issue. I'm going to give it 2.5. I say try avoid it. The first Damien and Huntress issue was okay, you know, nothing special, but was okay, and I think that was worth picking up. But the continuation for it just was very disappointing. So I say, don't pick it up. I'm dropping this series, so there won't be any more World's Finest reviews unless there's an issue that kind of, makes me want to pick it up. And maybe on whim, maybe I'll pick up one issue, and maybe if there's maybe a new creative team, I'll pick it up again. But other than that, I think I'm going to be dropping World's Finest just because it's just not that good. So I'm going to give it a 2.5. I say don't pick up this issue. I try to avoid this series, really. If you haven't been picking up the series and you want to give it a try, I say avoid it. I don't think it's actually worth it. But this is Comic Uno. Hope you guys enjoyed. I give it a 2.5, and I say don't pick it up. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rad Situations. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.